I'm constantly on the hunt for cool and different stories from all over the globe. Whether it's something you play, you read, watch, a combination of two or three of those things, doesn't matter. Now, a lot of you guys know I enjoy looking for hidden gems and sharing them. This series is quite popular in China. China's got a massive population, so I'm not about to call this a hidden gem, but nobody I know watches it or really watches Danhua, which is Chinese animation or animation from China. I've been watching a lot of these of late, and the first one I want to recommend to you is The Legend of Hei, the web series and the film. The movie is called The Legend of Hei. The series is called The Legend of Luo Xiaohei. Let's hop right in.
I got no time to parlay, unless it's big checks or parlays. I've been bricked, it's not far away. Light the spliff and I stargaze. Consultation with the constellations. They said the world was in a dark phase. It got me desperado for protection. Carry big strap in a guitar case.
The Legend of Luo Xiaohei is a flash animation web series by MTJJ. As of this video, there are 28 episodes with 3 little extras. They're like short little MVs and little add-ons. You don't have to watch them. I did. They're like 2 minutes long. But these episodes are also not time consuming since each episode is only about 7 minutes. I watched them all in one sitting on a Sunday afternoon, plus the movie. The intended watch order is for you to watch the web series followed by the movie, even though the film is a prequel. Not all narratives are told in chronological order, but most series have an intended watch order. That being said, if you want to watch the movie first, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. So the show slash web series is called The Legend of Luo Xiaohei. It's about an elfin named Xiaohei. Elfins are these spirits that exist alongside humanity with many different looks, shapes, sizes, abilities, and different beliefs and outlooks on elfin human societies. Xiaohei is a black cat elfin whose humanoid form is that of a young boy with cat ears and a tail. I believe he still has a tail. The story begins with an incident that wounds Xiaohei, and he's permanently stuck in his cat form, where he's picked up by a little girl named Xiao that thinks he's just an ordinary stray cat or lost cat, and that's where their adventure begins. The flash animation looks marvelous, all the action sequences and fights look amazing. Even when it's moving really quickly, it's easy to tell what's going on. It doesn't try to like distract you with filters and overlays with some anime do, where it's like you can tell what's happening, but there's still a lot going on that you can't even really focus on the fight itself. It's just well drawn and it's just well made. Now, before I continue about why I think this Danhua is fantastic, I will say this. This show technically doesn't have any crazy world-ending stakes or anything like that. Most issues are smaller in scale, personal, and not always connected to the central plot. But you'd be surprised at what these smaller situations lead and amount to. MTJJ does a good job with making the viewers like the characters, the ambience of the story, and making it compelling enough that it doesn't matter what they're doing. It's always fun, in addition to being hilarious. This show's really funny, and I always find it impressive when creative teams can balance varying tones in a single moment or back-to-back scenes and not give the person reading or watching or playing tonal whiplash, like tone whiplash. The fact that I could crack a genuine, believable laugh in any situation is just one of the charming sides to this little series. A lot of these types of shows love to reference other anime and pop culture. I think this show finds that right balance where it's not so much where it's like, okay guy, I get it, you watch and you play other things, or to the point where I don't like when there's a Easter egg or nostalgic quip of some capacity that means nothing to the in-universe characters, only the people watching it who may have experienced whatever thing you're referencing. I hate that. This does it the right amount, and it breaks the fourth wall to me in a way that I like. It doesn't do it too much, too little, just the right amount.
马上是不可能的。
为什么？
因为没时间了。
Now, lastly, there probably isn't any specific character in the show that'll blow you out the water in terms of like development or archetype, thematic role, characterization, what have you, but it's a solid cast with tons of reasons to like literally any character. Now let's talk about the film, The Legend of Hei, which takes place before the show, in which we see Xiaohei as a bit of a blank slate. He's got a good grasp on many things during the show. He's great with his powers and he's already generally formed an opinion on humanity. Don't forget he's an elfin. Here we have Hei, untrained, really never having interacted with humanity and thinks they all suck. He's not wrong. we hate shit, but the movie starts off with humanity literally destroying the forest in which he lived in. Then he meets some elfin friends which have a hatred for humans, and eventually a human who reads, trains, and protects and cares about him. So basically it makes Hei have to decide what is right and wrong on his own by seeing a good human and a quote-unquote bad elfin or elfins. Also, those elfin have a grand plan to essentially take back what humanity took from them, so the stakes are at an all-time high here. If our heroes don't win, it is a big deal. With the exception of the humor, and don't get it twisted, the film is still funny and just as charming as the web series, but because the consequences of losing are a bigger deal, and it's a singular film, the movie's a lot more focused and a bit more serious. This is one of the most beautifully animated movies I've seen to date. The fluidity of the motion, the character designs and models are great. The fight scenes are legitimately top-notch. Elite action sequences. It's aesthetically pleasing. I don't have enough words to praise the visuals, just 10 out of 10. I think the main characters in Legend of Hei movie, Xiaohei, Wuxian, and Fengxi, are all extremely well handled. Hei to me is much more interesting to follow here because he's learning and you see him grow into the character we love in Legend of Luo Xiaohei, the series. He's super expressive and a treat to follow. You're the strongest human that works for and with the elfins, Wuxian, who is one of my favorite mentor characters in general. He's like this perfect blend of understanding, collected, strong, wise, funny, and he's just that dude. He's so different. He's different. And when you hear the tales about him and you see him in action, he does not disappoint. While Fengxi, who's hard not to sympathize with, we may not agree with his methods, you can understand him and realize that his back's against the wall. There's nothing else he can do. But in conclusion, I think the series, the movie, the show, both of them together separately are fantastic in their own right. I didn't speak about the music. The music is really good, charming. Listen, man, I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't think it was fire. Go ahead, check that out. Let me know what you think about it. I'm gonna have some links in the description to where you can watch and find it. If you can't or you're having any trouble, hit me up on Discord, hit me up on Twitter, DM me, whatever, and I'll answer. I have all the links. I got all the videos. I got all the subtitles. Whatever you need, I got it. I'm out of here. You're
Red dot on my body and she aiming with the scope. With the bullet in my heart, cause it's the only way to cope. Wait, I cannot live without you, let the left really my throat. In my throat, live my sour, she can leave me here to float. Wait, red dot on my body and she aiming with the scope.